Parents are always very busy, as we often need to work long hours, and it can be challenging to be completely involved in our children's lives. But talking to our children and asking them questions is very important.
Ask questions like, where are you going? With whom? When will you be back? What will you be doing?
Parents who know what their children are up to are ahead of the game in terms of preventing them from abusing substances. Here are some suggestions. Experts recommended that you know your children's friends and their families, know their telephone numbers, know the houses and neighborhoods that your children visit, know what your children do after school, know where they spend most of their time when they are not at home, verify that they are where they say they will be.
I'm so worried about this problem of kids and drugs today.
Me too. Margarita is only 13 years old, but we already have talked about drugs. We did that when she went from elementary school to middle school. I told her that drugs are bad and that if she used them, she would be in a big trouble. But Margarita is a good girl, and we live in a good neighborhood. So things happen to other kinds of people.
Isabelita, I believe you need to talk about drugs as early as elementary school. But it was a good idea to talk to your daughter as she started middle school. But you need to make an effort to talk to her more often. Children need to hear things a lot before they understand. And don't think that just because a family has enough money, they aren't going to have problems like drug abuse. Remember my cousin, the nurse, who worked in Dr. Perez's office. She told me the doctor's daughter was stealing her mother's tranquilizers, and they had to hospitalize the poor girl because of an overdose.
Good heavens! What a scandal! How is she doing now?
Thank the Lord she's recuperating. Hey, is something burning? By the way, Isabel, have you met Margarita's friends and their parents?
Well, she doesn't like to talk about them too much, but they do come from good families. And I want to respect her privacy.
I always ask Armandito where he's going, who he is seeing, and when he will be back. And I know all his friends' parents. If Armandito says he's going to study at Manfredo's house, I call Nora, Manfredo's mother, to see if it's true. All the parents are constantly watching to make sure they don't lie to us. He knows the rules, and he gets punished if he doesn't follow them.
Amparito, how can you distrust your own son? I trust my daughter, and I know that Margarita would never betray my trust. Besides, I've never been very good at punishing Margarita. My mother used to hit me with a belt, and I promised myself that when I had children of my own, I would never lay a finger on them.
My husband and I used to spank Armandito when he deserved it. But the school counselor told us that it's better to punish him by taking away the things he likes most. Television, video games, internet, going out with friends, and his cell phone. That hurts much more than a slap. And I tell you, it's working like a charm.
Goodbye, Mommy dear. Bye, Doña Amparo. There isn't a perfect solution to make sure our children don't use drugs, but if we are able to supervise them well, it will be easier for us to keep them away from alcohol, tobacco, and illicit drugs.